The Ravens drafted Devin Leary, quarterback out of Kentucky, in the 6th round of the draft. He's 6'1", 215 pounds, 24 years old. The Ravens have been watching him since 2021. In that season, he had 35 touchdowns and 5 picks. I've watched him for about 4 games. So if you would remember, as I say, he doesn't do this well or he does this well, it's based on minimal watching. What it boils down to ultimately is whether or not he turns into a serviceable to decent backup quarterback. The Ravens have never, outside of Mark Bolger, unless I'm missing somebody, had much more than that at their backup position. Devin displays toughness to hang in the pocket and deliver the ball. Here, off of play action, Devin's going to take a big hit but deliver a 30-yard laser down the seam. He's a very confident thrower of the football. Sometimes that comes back to bite him. Shows the ability to hit tight window throws, as well as flashing the ability to throw with timing and anticipation. Number 2 is going to run a post. Devin's going to put it right on him, 30 yards down the field. Not too much separation. Fitted in between the corner, trailing, and the safety coming over. Watch it again. Once he determines coverage, he can get the ball out quickly and accurately on underneath and intermediate throws. Once he sees this hook defender go with the tight end and man, gets the ball out quickly, puts it on the number 2 receiver who drops the slant route. You can see from this angle he reads the hook defender going away, then makes the throw. Devin's going to read coverage flowing to the strong side and the depth of this backside safety protecting against a deep route by number 3. This defender runs with the tight end, and the linebacker stays in for the back. He and the receiver have a nice connection because the receiver is just going to sit this down, and they're on the same page. And he hits him over the middle. Devin reads the leverage of the outside corner at the top of our screen off the ball. Once he sees this safety come downhill, he gets the ball out on this in-breaking route. It's just the tiniest bit behind the receiver, enough that the DB can make a play on the receiver's hands here. I've noticed in the games I've watched that Devin has a nice touch on end zone fades as well as back of the end zone throws. As far as his arm goes, the deep ball is not a problem. Off the ball, he's going to see this safety leave the middle of the field open. Number 2 inside, just runs right by the linebacker. He identifies it 50 yards downfield. As far as sideline routes and out routes, I would say his ability to drive the football is average. He does deliver the ball accurately. However, you see Nate Wiggins, Ravens' first-round pick, beat here. Really nice on-point throw to the sideline and some yards after the catch. We'll watch it from this angle. Something I see far too much when I watch Devin. Devin will predetermine throws instead of properly reading the coverage, particularly underneath. And it's something that happens more than a few times. Here, Kentucky's going to run a snag concept. They've got a corner by this number 1, this tight end. Snag by 2. The back's going to flare out. He does give a quick look to the vertical route, but then immediately goes to this snag. And this is something I've seen him do over and over again, not take account whatsoever of this linebacker cutting in front of the throw. He should be reading the flat defender, in my opinion, and getting this ball to the flat. Clemson's got 8 guys at the line of scrimmage. Devin does not take account of this dropping linebacker. Almost throws a pick here. I actually think that he doesn't see the dropping linebacker because he doesn't see the dropping linebacker, but he still has to take account for where he is post-snap. This is a spacing concept, front side, but a very similar idea in that I don't think Devin's concerned with anything backside here, anything over the ball. There's really nothing open here. He's going to force this throw. Looks like he could hit the flare by the back. Looks like he's got something on the backside. On the whole, Devin's reads are spotty and inconsistent. His decision making is questionable. Does a good job stepping up in the pocket. I can't see the entire field, of course, here, but he's got plenty of time to read the field and throw this football. This one will leave you scratching your head a little bit into double coverage. Doesn't appear the receiver's open. Another spacing concept. This play almost results in a pick, but he does make the right read on this one. You see the flat defender run with the flat route. It does appear to me that he's throwing to an open receiver, making the right read. The ball just gets tipped. Can this guy come in, keep the team at 500 for 2 or 3 or 4 games? I think he's an effective play action quarterback when the run game is working. That should be to his advantage in Baltimore. He's a confident thrower of the football with a good enough arm, but he makes spotty and questionable decisions, and he has to show that he's improved and better at reading coverages.